Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host, KruznikX. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, the newest expansion in the Final Fantasy XIV saga. Alongside me, just for the ride, are Lord Fyrax.
I'm always watching.
And Korlash.
Hello.
The story so far, we are still looking for other keystones, and we only have 2 left to go as far as I remember. Though one of them is still with Bakul Jaja. And he is slowly but surely grinding my fucking gears. I mean, let's talk about all that he's done so far. He's stolen a keystone.
Yeah.
He released Valigamanda. He kidnapped Wuklamat. And the most grievous sin of all, he harmed an innocent bag of tacos.
I know, it's tragic.
He will pay.
Now hear
for
me
all
out.
this.
You could have gone and bought more tacos.
Not in the time
Just
we
saying.
had.
Tacos don't take long to make.
I don't care. It still pisses me off. That was taco abuse. Anyways, our next stop is to Yaktel. So we're gonna not waste any more time and get right down to it with the level 94 quest, the Leap to Yaktel. I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone is rested well. There's Wuklamat, there's Erenville, there's Alice, and there's Kryl.
Ooh.
Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Zoralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Wuklamat would be equal with them but for Bakul Jaja's thievery, which has left us 1 short. That conniving braggart didn't so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and wreaked havoc for the feat of ice. He can't have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can simply steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. I will be taking back what is mine. This I swear. I fear that reclaiming your keystone may not be enough. That is, if Bakul Jaja's unleashing of Valigamanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to obtain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. I can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for the sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repast and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between the Mamulja and Zibral in the forest of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikbrax. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been back there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. Where the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, is unclear. In the saga, it is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawn Servant, but little more than that. Eorzea has a similar tale. The explorer, Ketenram, befriended a two-headed king known as the Autarch, before commencing his travels across Tyrol. He journeyed here several times afterwards, but was ultimately lost at sea. At least, that is the commonly held belief. Your two-headed king certainly sounds like Papa. So this Catanram fellow must have come to Tuliolal. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet. Vestiges of Yokoi architecture notwithstanding. Wait. You said Autarch, didn't you? And Catanram must have met the Dawn servant in Mamuk. Mamuk? Is that a city? One of the grandest in Tyrol. Once upon a time, one of the grandest in Tyrol once upon a time. And the seat of the Mamoja's homeland. It too lies in Yaktel, not far from Ikberax. And all things considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for our next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. We're riding in one of Gorna's balloons? They can't be any worse than ships, can they?
Yeah, it can be fine. Yeah, fine. Maybe. Or not. You know, it'll sway left.
As long as they're not filled with hydrogen, right?
Hopefully.
This definitely, totally won't be like the Hindenburg.
Let's just hope it doesn't Hindenburg.
The next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are we sure that thing will stay in the air? All the way to Yaktel? Are you ready? Bags packed and, goodbye said? There's no going back once we leave off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm just making sure that you're not nervous. Girl, I've been on an airship. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand? Just until I've settled my nerves. Sure. You're the nicest person I've ever met, Chris. I'll try not to crush your hand. There she is! That promise! Wait just a moment! Mablo and Tobli! Of course, of course. I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay you, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Is that so? You said before it gained popularity in Yok Tyrol as a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right. We tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales are attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a foreign mage he met at the market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste of salt would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yaktel. Well, it seems you are already bound. What luck! Then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence that brought my grandfather here? Or yet another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. Anything for the third promise. Good luck with the rest of the rites. Thanks. I won't let you down. I've just got aboard this dirigible and I'm as good as there. Last call for passengers to Yaktel. I really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle, without a doubt. The next Storm Servant must be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it might be.
The fierce Chapral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named. It is here, where the Chapral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Are you all right?
No, she's not all right.
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Cozumauca.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the Earth, it became susceptible to erosion.
Oh dear.
Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
Which means
It was one time.
Is the Chapral community depicted in the Lay of Repast close by?
Aye. We need but follow the path a short way west.
awesome.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
Sounds good to me. Well, with thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone in sight at all times. Alright, I need Ruby though. Electric squirrels.
Stop. Stop picking on the Pikachu.
That is not a Pikachu, my friend.
That's an electric mouse. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Good. Everyone's accounted for. Igbrox is up ahead. Let us be on our way. Why are you all gathered over here? Harenville was not exaggerating about the cenotes. It would be a grueling ordeal to climb out of one. Well, thankfully we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Alright, get a new weapon. The Cobalt Tungsten Sawback. I did not like the look of that, so we're just gonna save. We're gonna 1 and 2 and boom. We're back to our clan.
And 1 and 2.
Alright. Let's continue. Ready to head on in? If it wasn't for the fact that we needed to progress the story, I'd say no. Our first task.
Don't be a wimp.
Our first task.
Tell them what you think.
Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully, our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly on us. That promise and a retinue, I presume. You presume right. I seek the Dawn 7th Elector. Come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village center. Everyone is waiting for you. Everyone? And who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
Oh yeah, don't sound too enthusiastic, you fucker.
Mangy hide. I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, let us begin. My name is Hunmuruk. As Ibrash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people.
Oh.
As all 4 claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise. If you would please join us.
What is this all about?
It's about the thing at the place with the what's it. I know who's it.
Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of
First step, he has
repast,
to deal with
however,
the what?
will test your cooperation.
No.
You must complete this challenge.
You
in
fight them.
teams of two.
Who's it over? What's it?
Teams of 2, huh?
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
Watch it be Surreal Jaw and frickin' Kona.
12 forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors.
Kona's
I have red. Blue. On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Oh, looks like we're hanging with Kona.
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one head.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Bibil.
Oh, crafting challenge.
Woo!
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
I know.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenished their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along?
Sounds about right.
But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster.
Oh boy.
Let the feat of repast begin.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. What's it like, I wonder?
Alright, let's talk to Kona.
Yes.
How fortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have frustrated Bakul Jaja's attempts to delay us. Serves him right. That's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy, twisted though it may be. I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see it, our team possesses a distinct advantage. Of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. You mean we have an advantage in numbers, yes? Our competition has a team of 6. The 2 claimants, Saril Jah and Bakul Jaja's lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9. That's 3 more people we can mobilize. With the task suitably delegated, it should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble necessary ingredients. Too easy? Well, we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. Our first order of business should be determining the recipe for Shibruk Bibil. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. Given the nature of this feat, asking for answers directly may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Zabrao people. Let us gather here once we have seen what clues this village has to offer. Alright, first things first. Oh, hey! Sightseeing log. Nice. First, let's search for clues. A number of spices, some entirely unfamiliar to you, are nestled in a basket. These ones called achito, akiote. We mostly use it to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are significant as well. Okay, so that's one of the ingredients. That's made certain. Cut our losses. You ought to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This feat is nothing but a fool's errand. God, the fool if we would think he won't turn our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before. How difficult could a second time be? But what What are you looking at, salt liquor? Mind your own business. Yeah, fuck you too. You try stealing a keystone from me again, from my crew again, you gonna get your ass kicked. And where is the alpaca key? Oh, that's the Sky Watcher. Never mind. All right, let's run around and see where we can find. Oh, bright banana peel. An unusually colored banana peel has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. Oh no! It appears I've gone and dropped my najul. I mean, Jatika banana peel. I could hardly see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. Ah, there's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. So you use banana leaves in this, huh? One more. Oh, there it is. The recipe for the Brook Piblil? I wish I could tell you, friend. A dish so delicious is meant to be shared. Alas, we are forbidden from divulging anything. Orders from Hunmuruk himself. But your mentioning it has given me a fierce craving. I only hope there's still a brook to be held at the market. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about the Brook Piblil? True to your prediction, the villagers were forbidden from educating us, directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a sample, a staple dish. An observation of their techniques yielded clues enough. A lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to the Brook Piblil. But one in particular she attributed to all common Zabral dishes. Akiote, she called it. I see. Then if the Brook Piblil is indeed a dish as ubiquitous as Alfino claims, they have confirmed on first ingredient. Meanwhile, I did observe a cook burying bundles wrapped in the leaf of najul, or banana, in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. I saw the same. I think we all know what's inside those bundles then, don't you? He broke, not a doubt. As would be expected of a dish called the Brook Piblil, indeed. So to summarize, this dish is one of Ibruk, flavored with a combination of spices that includes akiote, and steamed underground within najul, or banana leaf. Given our assumptions are correct, we must now learn where and how to procure our ingredients. A staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand. As a staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand. Which is why Tancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and Wildy Brook, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Heh, leave it to a master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. I can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood, and I have some experience in its gathering. I too should be glad to volunteer mine aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I am happy to lead someone to a suitable brook if they will perform the requisite deed. Alice? As for the Najul leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Najul in these parts. They only grow in the Jatika heartland, forests far below these. Such an excursion may be time-consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. This feat encourages our communication with the locals, after all. Lamati, Chris, if you would accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good. Let us be about our task then. Let's go and get those Najul leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Indeed. First things first, we're gonna open this mahogany chest coffer.
Mahogany.
Mahogany. And of course, I still don't like the look of this, so we're just gonna go 1 and 2, and we're back in our good gear. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break and we will be back with more. If you are watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the video, click the like button and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here. Click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the full Dawntrail playlist. And click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. See you in a bit.